All right, welcome everybody. This is our new coach meet and greet, and this is probably one of the first trainings you guys have been on, or maybe it's not. Either way, we know you guys are on the newer side of on paying it forward. So Susan, you're my co-host today, and what we really just want to share with people is that getting a really good start on this. Many of you guys are already out. Some of you have already helped your first 5 clients and are moving forward. Some of you are just getting started right now, like you haven't even done your meet and greet, which we'll go over here today. But we're all real people. Denise is in the airport. I'm just traveled over in Washington, D.C. I'm actually right around the corner from the White House. I'm in a hotel room, and Susan's at home with her sick little one. We're all just real people paying it forward, and I think that's why it's great to always focus on the new people that are getting started, because I remember what it was like for me to become a new coach, Susan. I know you do too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, well, welcome everyone. Yeah, we're super excited, and we have a really fun team. We like to have a lot of fun. And so I'd love to actually, Brad, start by just highlighting a few coaches that have joined us actually that are new, that have had just a successful start, that kind of, popped on a call like this, maybe even last month, and just saw kind of our simple systems, plugged right in, just kind of followed what was laid out, also have very busy lives, and we're able to help people and are having a lot of fun doing it. So one of the people I would love to just come on and share is Becca, and I don't know if I see her on. Becca, I'm just, you've just are, I love your energy. We've had so much fun. And Becca, I'd love for you just to come on. You're a brand new coach. You're already supporting, 6, 7, 8 clients, just kind of right out of the gate, just by sharing your story and staying consistent. So Becca, I would love to just kind of hear from you about what you've really enjoyed and what this experience has been like for you.
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm excited to be here sharing. I can't believe that I get to be one of the people that gets to share. I actually am, I work for the school district here, and I'm doing a full-day seminar on inclusionary practices and co-teaching. So you'll see all the, school district work office space here behind me. That's what I'm doing this morning. I told my co-teaching partner, I was like, I just have to go in the other room for a minute and do a quick call. I'll be right back. So, anyway, I have loved doing this. I felt very supported the whole time, and I think that the systems are all there. So my advice as a new coach, people, this is insider information, is go on your coaching back office and print out the scripts that are there. You're not going to use the exact script, but it gives you a place to start where, when somebody asks you, what are you doing? When you first get started, it's, you're like, well, I get up and I eat 5 meals and then I have a leaning, I don't know. What do you do? So using the scripts really helps you to know the right thing to say, to frame it in a way that other people are going to be able to best take in that information. So the scripts are all on there, not only for first telling somebody about it, but then also for coaching somebody into fat burn and helping people along the way. So that support is already there. Also rely on your coaches, because they're experts. They already know how to do this. So 3-way calls have been magic for me. Every time I'm like, you guys are so good at this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you know all the right things to say. I made myself little notes here. I think following up, sometimes I like to take everything super personal. So if somebody, doesn't come right away, or they want to talk about it and then I don't hear from them for a minute, then I feel like, oh, it's me. They don't like me. But going with my coaches and, having them say, well, follow up, send messages, do a call, text them. And then I've been shocked just with that little bit of effort, how many people are like, oh my gosh, yes, thanks. I would love to. Let's get started. I was thinking about you too. I'm interested and I didn't really know what to do next. So I would say doing those follow-ups and listening to those Tuesday 20 calls have been, because I'm teaching school. So, but I listen to them afterwards. They're always on the recording, and I just sit with my little notebook and write down all the notes, and it gives me a plan of what I'm going to do next, because it feels vulnerable to have to sit and wait for people to come to you, but it feels much better to be empowered and okay, these are my next steps. This is what I'm going to do next. And when you're walking through the steps, I've found that they work. My friends are all getting healthy with me, and that has been such a fun thing to be part of. That's all.
Wow. How about we just end the call there? No, just kidding. That was awesome, Becca. And I know you have a really busy day, and I love that you do this in and around 4 kids. And every time I'm talking to you, it's in between something, and you're making it work around your life. And you've been such a joy to work with. And so congratulations on your successful start and some great tips. And we're going to be going over some of the things she brought up today, right, Brad? Just
Yes.
I'll pass it back over to you.
Exactly,
Trying to
Becca. And
get
I love
all
your story. And I love how you just talked about how simple it is, because literally that's what we're going to cover today. And of course, we would highlight you. We could highlight so many people. And it's not about one person that's super amazing. We all do. We just follow the systems. We learn from each other. The reason why your support team's so good at helping you on those calls is because someone helped them on those calls previously. So, we all start from the same place, and we just are going to follow the systems. And that's what we're going to cover today. So as you're getting started here, again, many of you guys have already gotten a really good start. Maybe some of you have already earned your cab, or maybe some of you are brand new. We're going to go over like some of the background information on the easy first steps that we're going to go through. So these are the people who are going to be sharing today. My name's Brad Miller, and my wife Ashley is taking care of our little one upstairs. Susan and Shane's taking care of the little ones, and Denise is in the airport traveling to come to one of our events. But we're going to go over just launching health coaching. So these are just the first things that probably happened with you, or if you're just brand new, that will be happening with you. When you get started, this is everything you need to know. Is you're going to receive a welcome email with some great tips, videos, and documents. That's like your reference tool. There's going to be some videos on how to set up a 3-way phone call with the people you want to share with, the people that are interested, how to share your story, some client profile sheets. So save that. That's going to be the one you go back to. I'm going to go over that here in a second. We recommend setting up a meet and greet with your support team within 24 hours. So for all the people that are on the call today, at some way, shape, or form, I'm part of your support team. I'd love to meet you, and I probably will. Some of you, what's cool about this, we have a really big ripple effect. So because someone got healthy, because someone got someone, then someone, that's maybe how you ended up here today. So I might not be on that first meet and greet, but I am super excited that you're here, and I'd love to. We could even have like a group of like 20 people on a meet and greet. I'm just kidding. It's probably going to be more like your health coach, their health coach, and part of your support team that's going to be helping you along the way. We're going to lay out the first few steps for you because, like Becca was saying, the first few steps are very simple and easy. There also is going to be a 3-way Facebook communication thread. And that's where we're just going to always be to answer questions. So like Becca was talking about support, literally you can just chime in there at any time, be like, hey, what's this? Or hey, I had this question. The more questions you ask, the faster you learn, because we earn as we learn. We don't go to school for 4 years and then go start health coaching. We know that we can get healthy, so we just get out and start doing it with our coach's help. And then getting started is super simple. This is literally, so just review on probably what you did on this first call, or if you haven't done this yet, these are literally the first few steps that Becca was talking about. Is we want you guys to make a list of the first 10 and your favorite people that you want to help first. People that have been asking you, people that you know have been watching you, people that have been maybe picking up your wrappers out of the trash to find out what it is that you're doing at work or wherever it is you're at. And you can make a list that's longer. Feel free, go hog wild. But I really, just as you're getting started, I would just make a list of, Becca talked about the next few steps. I would just make the list of the people that you're most excited to help first. We can expand on it later. The people that you've done diets with in the past, family that that you could just go like, this would work for you. We can look it over some of the plans that would work and just make it super simple and fun and go after it. And then setting up those first calls with them, because you can't even get anyone healthy via just like texting with them. So we're just going to have to connect with them at some point. And this is the fun part. So just reaching out and connecting with those first few people. And it's great to know steps and goals. Your first goal as a health coach is to help your first 5 people get healthy. So out of those first 10 people, that there's someone there, and your health coach is going to help you sign them up so you learn while they get embraced in all this support. So you can kind of picture this happening. Someone's asking you questions. You say, hey, I'd love to tell you about it. It's totally working for me. Set up a time. You're talking with your health coach later that evening. And now you have your story. Your friend knows you and maybe all the struggles you've had in the past, and your health coach has an amazing story plus the hundreds of people they've helped. And it just becomes really exciting that anything is possible for this person. And we can explain the program, find out what can serve them and what can help them. And you're learning how we help people and how to move through that. Most people get their first few clients started, probably I'd say, Susan, probably in their first 7 to 14 days if you're really working at it. And I say 14 because that's a possibility. Like you talk to your first few people and then some of them are like, oh, I need to wait till payday, or I'm going to come back from a trip. I add the 14 days in there because that's what really, if there's some fluff room as well. But the additional great thing is that our company gives you a client acquisition bonus for starting, because they know there's a huge difference in starting your first 5 people within your first 30 days on the amount of people you'll help, the huge ripple effect you'll have. They just know the percentages. So our company is so awesome. They pay us an extra $100 just to do what's going to help more people get healthy and help us get a really good start. So the only other thing that you really need to know as far as launching your coaching is that those are the first few steps. Additionally, and this I would really highly recommend doing this after you connect with your first people that are most probably chasing you down. Maybe you even consider coaching because your friend was like, I want to do this, but you're going to be my health coach. Or we all come to coaching with different reasons. But the last thing we want to do is make a Facebook post or a social media post to get the word out here. And I'm going to go over that in a quick second on what that looks like. But this is a quick review of your welcome email. I kind of chopped it up so you can see it. It says welcome. It has all of your, your documents in here that you can go to as needed. You do not need to go through this entire email and browse the whole thing before getting started. The rubber meets the road at connecting with people and helping them get started. You know what this does. You know how this works, and you can help them get going. The only video I really recommend watching is the Dan Valentine video, and it really just talks about a great guy that got healthy, and he talks about why it's so important to help your first 5 people and kind of how he went about doing it. Amazing guy, and I really love that. After helping his first 5 people, he's actually gone on to help thousands of people in this last year. This really inspiring friend of mine. This is the meet and greets that we were talking about in the 3-way Facebook threads. So this is probably what either happened or what we recommend doing or what you'll do when you have coaches on your team. We just connect, we find out about your story because you're part of our team and you're part of our family. So we really want you to know that you have support and who's going to be supporting you. And then we have 3-way messages. So just talking about if you're ready to set up those 3-way phone calls or you have questions, literally just chime into the chat. There's someone there to support you. And that's how we help people move so quickly. Making your list, Susan, this is where you were going to kind of cover just thinking about people and kind of getting a start and then kind of expanding after because many people have already gotten their cabs and helped their first 5 people. So this is kind of your wheelhouse here.
Oh, sure. I bet as you guys are just sitting on this call, people are going to come to mind. Just people that are on your heart. And we use a list just because it's nice to know, like as a frame of reference, some to come back to, because follow-up, like Becca mentioned, is so key and so important. But I would just encourage you guys is, if you have time today, is just to really sit and think about how Take Shape for Life has really impacted your life. And who do you know that could use that same gift? And that's really what you have the ability to offer and give away, which is so exciting. And we say, start with the people that know you, love you, that are cheerleaders, maybe people that have commented. Some of you don't have weight loss stories and you're joining us because you already have a passion for health. So who have you had that conversation with? Someone that's looked to you as kind of their, they look to you as kind of a pillar of health and that you really want to be able to assist. You're probably going to write down a lot more than 10, so don't stop there, but go ahead and write who they are and kind of highlight those first few people. Connect with your support team and let them know, hey, these are kind of my first few. It's my mom. It's usually a sister. It's a neighbor. It's, sometimes a daughter or, someone that's really, really close. And get on a call with you. And what I love is we team coach. You'll hear that over and over again is we don't just go, yay, you're a coach, go have fun. I mean, we do want you to go have fun, but we're going to help you. Like we go hip to hip with you and help you really help you help people. So this is what it looks like is you have we all have our own sphere of influence. And what I love is that whether the people in your world know it or not, you're their health coach. You're going to inspire people that just through your own health journey. Becca texted me afterwards. She's like, shoot, I forgot to mention that lead with your health first because it's your biggest motivator and people will see and watch, as you transform and just see.
I think she froze. The suspense is building, but you know what? I know what she's going to share on. She'll probably be back. But leading with your health first is probably one of the most important things that you can focus on because it's all about, one, becoming a coach is something that reinforces your health journey. So step number 1 is always focus on your health because that's your biggest advertisement. And literally what coaching is, it's just authentically sharing what you're excited about. And also welcome to health coaching, guys, because just because you're a health coach does not mean you need to be perfect. It is about having more optimal days than not. And the only person you need to compare yourself is the person you were yesterday. And if you make incremental improvements, that's all this is all about. So these are your spheres of influence. The average person knows 300 to 500 people, acquaintances that we're connected with in our life. But what's cool about this, and again, we're kind of getting to the next step, is all of these people know people. And people that are shrinking down have people asking them what they're doing. That's probably why you became a health coach. So it'll be amazing to see who you get connected with in your life. And offering our full offering. Our full offering is not weight loss, diet, MetaFast products. So if you guys that's a big thing I want to get started with right here, is we don't tell people we do MetaFast. MetaFast just happens to be our extremely powerful medical grade food replacement. And honestly, we don't want people saying just that they're doing MetaFast, because that'd be like saying oh, I'm doing 24-hour fitness, or I'm doing, I don't know, I'm thinking of a million things, but that's not everything they're doing. That's not the whole answer. So we focus on healthy body, healthy mind, and healthy finance in every section of health. That these are the three basic areas that bleed into everything that can drag people's health down in their life. So our offering is really broad, even if weight loss is how a lot of people really love to focus and come to us, because we have that physical change. So going over sharing your story and connecting with people, you probably got some really good examples about this, but I want to say that everybody has a story. Susan's story is different than my story. A lot of people tell me, oh, well, is different for you, Brad. You didn't lose weight. Well, and technically I actually did. I lost 30 pounds, and that was powerful to me. So never prejudge what someone may be wanting in their health. If you lost 100 pounds, you may dismiss someone that wants to lose 20. And I'm not discounting losing 100 pounds, but you definitely don't want to discount how important that 20 pounds might be to someone in their life. So everybody has a story that they've improved in their health. Be authentic, be excited, know your story and practice. And Susan was going to cover this because Susan actually got caught by her husband practicing her story in the mirror before she was going out one day, because she wanted to know what she was going to say to somebody. And it was really funny. It's kind of a funny story. So I'm actually going to bring on my friend, Denise Heinrichs, to share. She's so good at sharing her story. She has a powerful story. So just kind of an example of where you were before and how do you share your story, Denise?
Thanks, Brad. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good. Go for it.
I'm in the airport, and you're going to hear a lot of noise in the background, but I'm excited to share today. I too practiced my story a lot, and what I was going to say as I was driving in the car and just really focusing on asking questions. But I just want to quickly share my short story. So I was on 22 medications. I was sitting on the couch popping in videos for my granddaughter. And I just didn't even want to go anywhere with my husband. I had no life. I had friends, but I never wanted to go anywhere because I didn't feel good. Then I lost 100 pounds. I've kept it off 3 years, and my life is totally transformed. And what next? But all I could do was not keep my mouth shut and start sharing with other people so that I could help others as well. So I just wanted to show you that in sharing my story, and that is my short version, I have the excitement. Where was I before, and where are you now? And the tangible thing that they can walk away with was that I lost 100 pounds. I've kept it off three years. And you notice I didn't share my start date. I didn't share my blood levels, all my labs, and all the start dates and this and that. I gave them, and I didn't say before the program I lost 5 pounds and this, and I said I lost 100 pounds. They can walk away with that. And we don't want to give away the how before the why. So I didn't go into the food and all that. I went into why I was so excited. What was it? So that, and then I'm going to ask them questions. And our goal is to find out, our goal in sharing is to find out what they're looking for in their health. And find out what they really want and connect with them and have them connect with your mentor and use that mentorship. The three-way call is so powerful. And and then the easy part is getting them started. We just ordered the variety kit and plug them into your support page and celebrate them and just walk that journey with them. I can't imagine not health coaching.
Oh, I love it, Denise. And one thing that you wouldn't know about Denise is actually she was previously a nurse practitioner. She actually was in a wheelchair before she got started on a journey. She has a powerful story, but you can see what's great about this, and this is what I wanted to cover on this, and she did so beautifully, is people, they don't want to get lost in your story. So short and sweet and concise is the way to go. So where you were before, where you are now, and you can tell all the things that she grabbed. Energy, embarrassed to be out, didn't know if she could find a way to get healthy. Those are the things that people are gonna be like, ding, I want that, I want that. It's neutral enough, short enough, because It's a relation. This is all relationship based. The person knows you, and so they know you're not an advertisement. And if they know it's working for you, they know something can work for them. And sometimes they're thinking, and this is a good thing. It can work for you. It can definitely work for me. And I love that people can say that to me, and that have seen me change myself. And the next part is keeping it short and connecting with them to explore their health. Hold on a second. I got to mute somebody real quick. I got them. Perfect. So again, and then we talk about not sharing the how before the why. So keeping it generic enough, and you'll hear that over and over again, because you might go on a tangent about what you're doing, about what is important to you, but they may be carried about something else. Like I used to go into all the details. So all they need to know is that it worked and what's changed in your life. And then what's really the important part is we want to know why they want to get healthy, what matters to them. We could talk about weight loss all day long, and someone might have 50 pounds to lose, but maybe the thing that they're most excited about is they just really need to get off medication, or maybe they want to get sleep better at night. You never know what's important. So share the basics so that we can talk with them. And here's some of the things I was talking about launching on Facebook, which go hand in hand with what we're talking about. This is huge. Social media is a great way to get connected. So here's just some examples of people that just posted a picture and kept it short and sweet. So like, here's my before and after taking 6 weeks on my meal plan, 13 pounds down, I can fit in my pants. Just really quick and short. People are like, wow, tell me what this is about. Or, someone just keeping it, they didn't even post a picture. I'm down 6.7 pounds my first week. It's the easiest thing that I've ever done. I love this. People in your world will want to know. So this is another great reason to get bold on social media after one of your first steps. And again, don't give away the how. I wouldn't say that it's take shape or life. Just keep it short, like you would do any post, even if you weren't a health coach, just about how much you've been successful, because that's what's going to inspire people. Here's another example of Abby posting her before and after picture. Again, you can see the thread of what's going down below, and you can see how people are reaching out, asking information. So here's some information on social media and Facebook. Being consistent, have fun. This is literally about just living out your health journey. A profile pic, change your cover photo, like cover photo to something like really inspiring, and change your profile pic to your before and after picture to let people know, because that way if people are you're already acting on Facebook every day, they're going to see your before and after picture. Here's another tip. You can add message comments on 5 people a day that are in your world that you'd like to see get healthy. This is just about getting the word out. And then post often and with intention. Be healthy, be positive, share it on Facebook. And here's just one last tip, is because people are going to ask you what you're doing. Tag them in a post and private message them. Just, basically instead of going back and forth on what it is and explaining it, say, hey, I'm going to send you some information. And then basically in that Facebook thread, you're just going to basically say, hey, I'm glad you reached out. What are you looking to find out? And then you're going to look to make that into connecting with them, because you can't get anyone healthy over Facebook. So there's no wrong way to share. That's really the point we want to get across. Share a lot and share often. And Susan, I think you might be back. You were going to kind of go over some examples of these people in our life, or people that might be watching us on social media, and how to kind of set up some of those 3-way calls where we can connect with them and also connect with your health coach. So Susan, are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Thanks, everybody. And I love this, because hopefully you're hearing the consistency. You heard Becca share, you've heard Brad and Denise all share about the power of our team coaching, our 3-way communications. And really, your first step is to set up calls with those people that are on your heart, and we're going to help you with what it looks like to be able to share the program effectively, and really connect to them of their why before the how, just like Denise really showed you guys. So those first few calls that you have will be done through 3-way. Social media is a great way to get the word out and share your story. But what we want to do is utilize that as really a platform to be able to bring people to a phone call, because you can't share what they need unless you know what they want, right? So we need to get on the phone and ask some questions and find out what they're looking for in their health before we really share what's really relevant and pertinent to them based on their goals. So, calls are the way to go, and it's a great way to build relationships. And these calls are about 15 to 20 minutes. And what I love is that your support team, you're going to connect with them beforehand. You're going to do a quick 5-minute call, let them know who this person is. Maybe, if they've talked to you about the program already, just kind of the framework of the call. You're going to pop up, they're going to do the call initially for you, and you're going to be listening and taking great notes. and then you're going to do a quick debrief after. Our desire is to really help you learn this skill set to be able to share effectively with your friends and family. And what's so great is we really want to do those for you to help you have a very successful start. The one question we all get with that initial call is, well, how much does it cost? And I love this question. I know the question's coming. And I find that for new coaches, this is always the one that people get a little like, well, what do you say? Well, you say what it is, because really all we're doing is exchanging people's groceries. They're essentially, we add so much value, and by asking what they want and providing value to them, really cost becomes kind of a non-issue when people find value in what they're looking to be able to create. And so again, we have a very simple way to be able to just share this. They really, when people ask the question, a lot of times they just want to know what number to write in their checkbook. Doesn't mean that they have an issue with it. And I actually found, my husband and I, we saved a lot of money. And you're going to find that too, that a lot of people don't count the coffee that they're buying and all the grocery bill, and they're eating out. And what they find is that they not only have results, but they're saving money along the way. So it's very cost neutral. And if you posture it that way, people will pick up on that. And so when they say yes, which is going to happen, and some are going to, think about it, but like Becca mentioned at the beginning, we're going to be following up with those people, because some sit on it, but 2 weeks later, with just consistent love-in on people come when they're ready. So we'll send them a welcome email, which when you have that first client on that support thread, your support team is going to provide that for you. So we have everything. You're not going to recreate anything. And you're going to fill out all the information on that client on a well-being tracker. I'll show you a picture one. Again, we will provide that for you, like on that thread, so you can record any information you have on that client. And then you're going to set up time to connect the night before they start their program, and your support team is going to help you team coach that first client into fat burn. So again, we're going to do this with you, for you, so that we can help you learn the skills and really build your confidence and confidence in supporting your clients. So keep track of the people you're reaching out to, following up. There's lots of ways to follow up. We do fun trilogy calls. We have healthy huddles. We offer lots of ways for us to layer and love on people. Social media is another great way. But occasionally it is just kind of calling and following up and seeing how they're doing and any other questions that they have. So it is important that we have kind of a tracking system, and we're keeping track of the people that we're loving on, and knowing that sometimes it takes, here it says follow up 12 times. Okay, it's just, it takes people some time. I'm one to admit that it took me almost 11 months to become a health coach, when and I'm one of the late bloomers, right, Brad? But when I first heard about program, I actually jumped on right away. So I was one of those that when I heard about, yeah, that's what I want, and I'm in. And so you're going to see that there's this whole time frame, and it's really timing for people. And we just really want to be there with open hearts when they're ready. So.
Yeah, I love it, Susan. You have such a great story. And this is such a good reminder. We went over kind of how the whole process works. Many of you are nodding your head. You're like, that's exactly how it went for me as we were getting started. This is kind of the ins and outs. But if you're on the newer side of getting started, what's all you need to know is that we're going to help you get started. You know your story. We went over a bunch of ways to share on social media, in-person, friends. And basically the goal is how you learn is by how getting your friends healthy and just connecting them with the people that help you get healthy, and then plugging them in to our community. So the last thing that we want to cover is, one thing we'll probably go over with a lot of people is we'll probably plant the seed for health coaching. Just like you guys have become health coaches, there's a reason why you became health coaches. And it's not because we needed somebody on our team. It's because literally the number one way to help people long-term is coaching our program and paying it forward. That's how we're going to get America healthy. That's what this mission is all about. But honestly, I love getting healthy, and it was great. It changed my life. This program totally changed my health. But you know what's kept me healthy? And you know what's the most health I've ever gained is from paying it forward to people and being injected in this community. So that's what we want for people, because offering 5-in-1, just our weight loss portion of our program, is like throwing someone a life preserver and not pulling them in. So great, the life preserver is great. And if that's all they ever need and they want to stay out there and swim, rock on. That's what we want for them. More power to them. But we want everyone to join our community, especially the ones that are awesome as you. I've met a few of you guys that are on the line right now. I did your meet and greet calls, and you're so awesome. And I love your stories, and I love the people you're excited to tell this to. So just keep in mind, not only to look at them at what they need to do physically to change their health, but picture them as paying it forward to other people and what that's going to be like on their health. So as we wrap up here, This is just what we want to go over. If we're talking about health coaching and paying it forward, we have to go over the income disclosure statement. I highlighted the averages there. You can see that health coaches getting started there and what an executive director makes. And then, leadership ranks, national and global directors and presidential directors. It's all well and good. But what I wanted to show you is actually where the rubber meets the road and what's possible. And if you're not a numbers person, please feel free to just take a sip of coffee and go away. And, or if you want to know how much you can donate, if you want to give away all your money, great too. Because what I love about our community is that people don't come in here to make money. They come in here because it's so organically part of their experience that they're ready to pay it forward. But getting healthy finances is also part of it. And Susan, I love, just like you, I'm thinking of your story, is I remember getting healthy. Then I remember paying it forward. And then I remember how much that extra finances blessed our healthy mind and gave us more freedom in our life. And then I remember being an executive director and what that was like. And what that did for us, it was the ability for my wife to come home from a very not healthy environment of a part-time job she had to make our household work. So, and then it just went forward from there. And you can just keep going. And wherever fits for you, you got to know that, hey, we have people that come in and all they want to do is help 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 people and make that extra $500 a month. And we have people that had no idea that they even wanted to help anyone, and they go out and change hundreds of lives and makes $10,000 and $20,000 a month. It really is up to you. We set the course, you set the pace, but I wanted you guys to know what's possible. We get paid on the amount of lives we change. So just kind of going over what's very tangibly and conservatively possible if you follow the steps of what we're talking about here. Your first month, getting your cab, helping your first 5 or maybe a few more clients, $500 to $1,000 is very possible and conservative. Your first 3 months, if you just keep helping, the great thing about helping your first 5 is if you know how to help 5, you know how to help 5 more people. And you also have walking advertisements, and it gets really exciting. Your first 3 months, $1,500 to $3,000 is extremely possible. 6,000 or 6 months in, if you keep to 5, we call it 5 and 1 in our business, bringing in 5 clients a month, looking for someone as awesome as yourself to pay it forward to, and just literally loving people forward. 6 months in, $3,000 to $5,000 of income. And basically that just means that you've helped a lot of people change their health. You can't make this kind of income by selling our product. You have to actually get connected with people. We break it down super simple and fun. And then 1 year, sky's the limit. You have no idea what's possible. So you can come in, it's like a buffet. You can, forgive the really horrible analogy. You can come in and just grab a few items and go back to your table and have a good time. You can start there and maybe go for the full meal deal. You can grab whatever you want. But I wanted you guys to know what's possible and what the first few people that you're getting started is setting you up for. So with that being said, Susan, I think you were going to wrap it up with just the purpose that gets injected, and just kind of wish everyone well and their first start and they're getting started, and congratulating them as we kind of go into this, finish up this month and our next month as people are getting started with health coaching.
Absolutely. And you guys, this has just been so much fun. And I love, Brad, for us, when you just talk about, setting goals, I do know that when you don't have a goal, you'll end up somewhere, but maybe it's not going to be where you wanted to end up. So it is good to have kind of have a path of what you really want to create in your life. And what's interesting is when we came in, we've been doing this for 5.5 years. We were asked over and over again, what do you want? And that was a hard question for me to answer, because for the 10, 15 years prior to that, I'd kind of given up on anything I wanted. I just thought this was my life and this is what I was kind of had to do, needed to do, should have done. I had a lot of those things going on. I was kind of in this box. And so this really started to peel back the layers for us and our family of, wow, we can actually create what we want. So my goals were small when I started. My mom wanted to get healthy. And that for me was worth me taking the next steps to just dig in. And I could use some accountability for my own personal journey. And I was having a lot of fun with it. People were excited. And it was just a natural fit for me to do in and around my busy life with a 1 and a 3-year-old. And then I was working outside the home as a dental hygienist too. So I didn't have time, but this didn't feel like it was taking time. It was actually fun. It became like this great hobby, but then it became a hobby that was actually making more income than my job. And then my husband was like, I'd love to not work so much overtime. And our goals and everything evolved over time. And I had no idea that in 3 years, yes, it created an income that my husband and I were both able to retire and become full-time parents and full-time health coaches. It's just given us more purpose in my life than I could have ever ever imagine. There is something so beautiful about being able to not only have a really great like experience yourself through something, but to be able to give that to someone else. So when people are asking you how you look great, you know, it's one thing to say, great, thank you. And another say, I can help you create the same thing. And it's so powerful that we have that ability to give this away to as many people that want to accept this amazing, amazing gift. And that's really all we're doing here. And it's really to elevate your life to this, to a bigger meaning and purpose of creating a legacy for our children and the next generations. And what we're doing, you guys, is pretty important and pretty big. And I'm just so excited you guys are joining us. And just welcome to the team. And we're going to have a lot of fun.
I love it. Thank you, Susan, for wrapping us up here. I love your story, and the cool thing is we want to keep this call longer. We could have asked a bunch of people to share the same experience. But what's cool about this, guys, is we wanted to welcome you so you can look around and see the other people that are just like you. They're getting a start. And so you guys can see coming up together and all the people you're helping. You guys know your first few steps. We're going to help your first 5 people get connected with your support team. Let's wrap that up. And then what's cool is we're going to come together. We always celebrate when someone helps their 5th client, and then we're going to lay out the next few steps so we can just keep going. Again, we have a course, but you set the pace, and we can get a lot of people helping. So welcome. Let's go change some lives and change your lives. You might not know where you could be a year from now, but if you just follow the steps, a lot of lives will change, and your life will just continue to get, broader, bigger, and have more fun and just more purpose in it. So welcome again, and super excited for you guys. Looking forward to helping you guys get a really good start.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Have a great Saturday.